Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to another World of Warcraft video. So recently, they have Blizzard has released World of Warcraft's latest expansion, Battle for Azeroth. A lot of hype about that. Surely you've heard of it. And with this expansion, they introduced something called War Mode. Now, War Mode, in the most basic terms, is PvP. You can opt into War Mode at any capital town, actually in Orgrimmar, I guess, and also in Stormwind for Alliance. But you can opt into War Mode, and that makes it just like a PvP server used to be, with some added awesome features, I might add. Or you can turn War Mode off, and it's just like you were on a PvE server before. There is no more PvE versus PvP servers anymore. None of that stuff. No matter what server you're on, you can either be in War Mode or not in War Mode, and you can toggle it back and forth in a capital city, Orgrimmar, and I'm guessing also Stormwind. So that's the very basic terms of what War Mode actually is. And of course, I turn War Mode on because, like I said, there's a lot of other cool features that I want to try out. And there's a layer of gameplay that War Mode adds that you just won't get in not War Mode. You just won't get in PvE mode of the game, and this video is going to illustrate just some of that. Now, this is some of my earliest experiences in Battle for Azeroth here. This really is. Like, I haven't played very much of this game at all. As you can see in the top left, or I'm not sure you can, yeah, I'm at level 111, and max is 120. And there goes a level 120 Alliance player. And there's another level 120 Alliance player right behind me. Good thing I've got stealth, right? Okay, so that's pretty awesome. We've got Alliance already in War Mode, and a lot of people were speculating that nobody was going to join War Mode because why would you want to get ganked, or why would you want to have to put up with PvP when you're trying to quest? Well, this is showing that there are definitely people, myself and a ton of Alliance apparently. Look at this scene, look at this clip. A ton of Alliance. A lot of people really want to opt into War Mode, and we got a lot of level 120s here in a Horde lobby zone. I say lobby, it's level 111, but it's lobby for the expansion. All of these Alliance players, and I'm having to do my quest while all of these level 120s are in the area, and you can see that warrior had spotted me and used an AoE attack to try and catch me, but I'm a little too sneaky with my cloak. I do have to unstealth to loot these eggs, so every time I loot one of these eggs, I pop up on their screens for a little bit, and then I have to re-stealth and then move about. And they're aware of me, they know I'm in the general area, and I think some of them have a mind to try and catch me. But I'm just here doing my quest, I'm collecting these eggs. This is what's called Emergent gameplay. Now, imagine if I was not in War Mode right now. Think about that. If I was not in War Mode, I would just be collecting these eggs, and then I would go to the next quest. Then I would do that quest, then I would go to the next quest, then I would do that quest, and I would go to the next quest. And that's the World of Warcraft formula. That's the formula World of Warcraft put forth for MMORPGs, and it's the formula that every MMO follows. But with War Mode on, now there's an added element. I have to dance around these very high-level Alliance players who are in a big group. These players are in groups, and I get stunned here by one of them right now, and once I'm stunned, like I said, they probably had an eye to try and catch me. Once I'm stunned, they attack, and I have to try and get out. Thankfully, I'm able to Cloak of Shadows and Vanish and get right out of there, and I can continue my questing. But now I don't have Cloak of Shadows or Vanish, so my safety net is gone for a little bit, so I've got to be very careful. So I've got to kind of expand where I go, like give them a little bit more room, give myself more of a margin here. So I kind of leave that particular area, but this whole questing area, this whole Horde, again, this is a Horde lobby zone. Again, lobby for the expansion, not lobby necessarily. They're all over this place, and they're in groups in level 100. I have no idea what they would be doing here, why they would be fighting these mobs, but they are fighting these mobs, these Horde low-level mobs. In a group of level 120s, I'm not sure. I think they're out here just maybe to catch Horde players. I don't really know. I have no idea why they would be out here. And here they do actually catch me. With my safety net gone, they're able to take me down. If you'll take note, it took them a little while to actually, as a big group, take me down. Oh, and here,
I'll be able to return you to life for a price.
And here, this NPC is like, he gives this speech about returning to life from the dead, and how he'll return you to life for a price and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, ooh, that could be really cool. Maybe they added a quest or something. But no, it's the usual durability reduction for your armor and such, and the resurrection sickness. I was hoping maybe they added something a little new there, because they added an NPC to talk to you there. Oh, whatever. It's just the typical thing that's always been there. In any case, later on, I spot this Alliance Shaman, and I noticed that the Shaman was taking a lot of damage, kind of a decent beating from just the normal mobs here. So I think maybe this is an opportunity for me. I jump in, I try and deal some damage. You know, I'm thinking maybe this guy's not that durable. Maybe this is a level 120 that I can actually take out. And look how low I'm getting him. I do manage to get my combo off right here, right now with death from above. Boom, and look how close he comes to being defeated by me. Oh man, then he just jumps around and does a bunch of spam healing. He's got his Earth Shield up and he's popped all of his damage cooldowns. So I have to Cloak of Shadows and vanish and get out of there. But notice how long it took him to deal damage to me versus how long it took me to deal damage to him. Again, that Alliance player, that Shaman, was 9 levels over me. And that tells me that they've done a really good job with War Mode, at least right now, in the early stages of Battle for Azeroth, like in the early days of it, when nobody has multiple raids worth of gear over the lobies of the expansion. Right now, almost everyone is on basically an even footing. Think about that. If I was like 1 or 2 levels higher, or if my gear was just slightly better, I would have won that fight, and I would have been very low level compared to their level. And here, a rogue attacks me while I'm trying to do my quest. A level 120 rogue attacks me. And I noticed they're not dealing a whole lot of damage to me. There's their death from above combo, and it didn't deal a whole lot. I'm dealing some damage in return, but I know they're trying to get something set up, so I Cloak of Shadows and vanish myself. Look how low I got that rogue, though. I Cloak of Shadows and I vanish. I think if I had stuck around there, I could have won that fight. But in the moment, I'm thinking to myself, he's setting something up. I got to be careful. There are other Alliance around. So I kind of panic, Cloak of Shadows vanished. But I come back in here just for the fun of it and attack this rogue, and look what happens. Okay, so I'm fighting him, and then he Cloak of Shadows and vanishes. He must have thought that I was an extremely tough player, because here I actually do some emotes. Like I do a goodbye and everything. I stand still. He's cloaked. He's nearby. He's stealthed. He can initiate another attack and probably defeat me because he is, again, 9 levels higher. But he opts not to, because when he attacked me earlier, I got him to half and he got me to like 90%. So, I mean, what was up with that? He opts not to attack me there. He's 9 levels over me, and I don't have my Cloak of Shadows vanish, but he's scared to attack me because he doesn't have his Cloak of Shadows vanish anymore either. I'm 9 levels below. This is what's blowing my mind here, is that I'm 9 levels below these Alliance players. They've got not only the levels, but the gear that comes with those levels through the quests and stuff like that they've done. And I'm able to stand this toe-to-toe with them. So that rogue either just decided to let me go because he thought I was cool, or he was legitimately afraid to start another attack on me, because the first time he did it, he was taken down to half, right? So he thought I might be able to beat him, and now, and that's again, he just let me go. And here later we come across a priest, pretty low, but priests are very difficult for me to fight personally. As a rogue, I find any healing class difficult to deal with, even if I have a lot of burst damage, because they can just heal up the damage that I'm dealing. Not only that, but here, okay, I get my combo off, boom, there's my death from above. Didn't deal a whole lot, but here comes a demon hunter to help out the priest. So okay, at this point it's time for me to escape, Cloak of Shadows vanish, and I run. But it was really good for me to get that experience attacking that priest, so I can see just how much damage I'm doing. It's key to note, I'm level 111, they're level 120. I'm testing the waters here. What you're seeing right now in all these clips is me testing the waters. Oh, and here's a fun little quest that I ran across. On this quest, you have to well, just watch. I walk up these steps, or I come up these steps. There's a troll here making some kind of potion, and without watching their back, they get kicked right into the cauldron themselves. I just thought that was a cool little quest. Like, okay, that was freaking awesome, and you gotta read the story. You gotta follow along with the story to find out why you do that kind of thing. But speaking of fun and cute quests, here we have a quest involving voodoo with the troll and science with a goblin. They're arguing over which is the better way to solve a particular problem, voodoo or science. In this case, the problem is there are 2 brutosaurs, which are these long-necked dinosaurs, who are nearly extinct. They're endangered. A male and a female, so we need to get them to procreate. We need to save their species. But the problem is the male is kind of timid. He doesn't feel confident, so he's not in the mood for love. And the female, she feels her area is threatened because some drakes, not really drakes, but wyverns, or I don't know what they are. Some other creatures have threatened her territory, taken over, destroyed her eggs. She's also not in the mood for love. So the last 2 of these particular types of brutosaurs aren't willing to procreate. So we have to find a solution to this. What is it going to be? Will voodoo help these creatures, or will science? Well, first we try the goblin's science with an injection here for the male, and it turns him into, it knocks him out. And puts him to sleep. He falls asleep. He's not dead. He's knocked out. But he also shrunk a great deal. So this is obviously not ideal. He's not in any position for lovemaking like that. So Voodoo is up next. We try Voodoo with the female Brutosaur, and all this does is enrage her. She just gets ticked off. There's incense and there's other things on the ground that we left for her. But nope, she doesn't like that. She comes up, she smashes the incense, and I'm backing off here. I'm like, okay, that's probably not what we want. We didn't want that to happen. And then with one stomp of her hoof right here, boom, she sends me flying, way back to the road and pretty close to the quest area. Okay, so yeah, that obviously didn't work out the way that we planned. So long story short, eventually these two, a little bit of a spoiler here if you want to pause and skip or whatever, but long story short, these two eventually decide, well, maybe it's best that we work together. Maybe Voodoo and science can go hand in hand. Maybe it's not one or the other. So while I'm trying to mix their two methods in this cauldron, I get attacked, ta-da, war mode video, by this alliance priest. So they get the drop on me. They've already got me down to half. But I know how much damage they can't deal. And it's no fault of the alliances. It's a good balance. So they're like attacking me. So I go up, I wave, I do some emotes. And just before they get the kill on me, I stun them. And then I Cloak of Shadows vanish. And then I escape overall. I pop out of stealth there for just a second and then re-stealth. And that priest is like, oh man, I almost had that rogue. That priest got the jump on me. They tried to gank me. But all I did was emote in front of them a little bit to kind of, kind of rub some salt in the wound of them not being able to kill me, and then I escape. It's so fun being able to do stuff like this, and I laugh as they run away. All right, so get back to questing. We do figure out that the combined methods of Voodoo and science work. We get the male on his way, and the female here, we help her out by clearing the area of those other creatures that had taken over her area, and by making it so that Voodoo and science go hand in hand, we do manage to get these two together. We didn't manage to increase the male's size, so nature will find a way, they say. They'll do their thing, but I like that little heart. I like the fact that we got them together. We're going to save their species, they're going to save their species, and that's just really, really very cool. I thought that was an extremely cute little quest. And on top of that, a little bit later, I found it really cute that as you're running down the road, you can still see their little heart over the hill. Kind of like a little reward, a little reminder of something good that you've done. That's so cute. I thought that was really fun. So that was a really, really neat thing that they did for this quest. That's why I included it in this video, as well as the Alliance player, that priest that attacked me. I thought that was very fun as well. So I give a little wave here to the Brutosaur, and then I am on my way. Alright, so this clip takes place a little bit after that previous questing area, the dinosaur area, but as we can see here, I do spot a low HP, level 120 Alliance Hunter, completely unaware and not expecting this attack. So I come in and see this as an opportunity to get my first successful takedown in war mode. I apply my combo, build up my combo points, get him stunned a little bit, get everything ready, and pop him for 12,394 crit damage with a death from above there. And that's what I built this, that's what I made this spec to do. That's what I built this spec to do. I built this spec from the ground up, didn't look online for anything like that, or any guides. I didn't look at any guides or anything along those lines, but this is what I built this spec to do. So that was very, very satisfying. So what are some other highlights here? Well, we've got this little direhorn hatchling, a little triceratops. See that little baby triceratops there on the right side of the screen? Yeah. Throughout this whole questing area, you're also helping to raise and grow this thing, this little hatchling, and you feed it some of this stuff that the goblin gives you, and you get yourself a fantastic direhorn juvenile, which is pretty freaking sweet. So what does this mean for the player? Well, it means that a little bit later, you get to ride a dinosaur while being chased by a dinosaur, which is just freaking fantastic, man. So we got so much cool stuff going on in Battle for Azeroth just in the early start. We've covered some questing, we've covered some PvE, we've covered war mode, and some pretty cute quests and things like that that went on in this video is what we've just been talking about. War mode in general is awesome. I love how it adds that extra layer of gameplay. That's so extremely important, and by testing the waters as early as I have with the PvP here, I'm starting to see that it's very beneficial to stay caught up right now in Battle for Azeroth. I mean, obviously you don't need to play every single day or anything like that, but I'm seeing that it's very important to stay caught up because, yeah, the game seems to have some pretty solid PvP balance, in my opinion. If I was level 120 alongside those other Alliance players, if I was level 120 alongside those Alliance players, I have no doubt that I could have taken out so many of them, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So I definitely need, because World PvP is, okay, I feel like I'm kind of ranting here, but World PvP is absolutely the biggest draw to me for World of Warcraft. I love it. I don't know of any other game that does it this well. I feel like World of Warcraft gets it exactly right. And they have made it even more exactly right with War Mode, because like I said, I haven't even covered all the War Mode's features here. Just the basics, just enough for you to be able to understand what's going on. So anyway, yeah, this has been really, really cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and close this particular video out at this point, but I'm going to leave you folks with some footage of me and Zura doing some early questing in Battle for Azeroth. Alright, so besides that, that's going to do it for this particular video. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.
War Druid. Sounds a lot cooler than the other druids.
I know. Druid of the Grove. War Druid.
Fucking nerds. I hope that the War Druids are like a bunch of, like, bros.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Here comes a dinosaur. Look out.
So you can jump on them.
Holy shit, you can.
Nice. You can toss fruit from here.
Yes!
Ha!
Fuck you, guard. Okay, this is the best edition.
Yep.
Oh, it feared the snapper. That was cool.
Oh, really?
Nice support fire.
That's what I'm here for. Oh my god, what the?
The big one! Get it! Get it! Catch it, you shit! Come on, Zura! It's the big one!
There
Don't
it-
you see? It's the big one! No! The big one got away. Oh, the
No, what do you...
serious trash pile.
Ah! Hi.
Hey.
Teens, rich man.
Oh shit.
Survived the trial of Yanni.
Are you Yanni?
When you're not so big and strong now, eh?
Cool.
Go, my minion. Go and find the Ratman Nocano who told you to kill my
Cool.
kind. Fight him and earn
Your rich man form. Oh shit.
We
I think we
gotta.
gotta avoid these guards.
Oh, we gotta bite.
Damn it.
Where are you? Oh, you're starting. You're back to the start.
Yeah. Whenever you get caught, you gotta run back.
Oh shit.
Snap.
Oh shit. Don't forget, you got that sprint. You got that sprint on one.
I know. Waiting for it. Wait for this jackass to aggro.
But Yasna, the mistress of spies. She loves to keep her scattering pests within my domain.
That spider's after me.
Oh no.
It's following this guy.
Book it, Dano.
Bite his ass.
Bite him.
Oh no, I have no Kano. Oh no, we're on his ass.
You're biting his ass.
I want to play one of these little raptors like the whole time.
I know. I just want to be a raptor from now on.
That's awesome.
Seems like a long time to cut watermelon.
It's his job.
It's true. But he is chopping as hard as he can.
Every single day.
Every day. All day just chopping.
He has some secret we don't know about. Like, he's trying to figure out some part of his life and he thinks that this is how he does it.
Chopping watermelon.
You ever see that kind of thing happen? And like it's really weird in stories. Like, somebody has something they don't know about themselves. Like, I discovered I had a sister. And then I discovered she's in trouble. I'll join the League of Legends to find out where she is.
It's like, wait, how did you... What?
Yeah. He hopes that by joining the League of Legends, he'll be able to discover the whereabouts of his sister and save her life. But how does that help? You're doing.
Yeah. So there's several issues here at hand. Star dude over here.
Insta power. These my children. Yes, they are.
Oh, look at this thing.
It's a Tricera. Awesome.
It's a baby Triceratops.
Find someone who cares for this thing. Oh
I'll
no!
care
He
for that.
gazes at his mother's corpse.
You will be my child now, dire horn hatchling. I don't want to turn in this quest. I just want this thing to follow me everywhere.
Until you have to start feeding it. Holy shit!
Then I'll just throw it in the trash.
Look at his legs! Just throw it in the trash. Look at his legs!
I know. He's fucking booking it, man.
This place is awesome. There's dinosaurs and shit in all over this place.
Yeah.
Children!
I'm out of the fucking woodwork.
I know! Boots!
There's so many dinosaur children.
I know, they're everywhere! This is the best expansion!
It is.